Hello, learners. I am Parikshit Saikia, and welcome to this very exciting session on the 99 Percentile Club. In today's session, we are going to discuss about percentages, and this is going to be the third foundation class on percentages for CAT 2023 aspirants. So let's get started. I'm just ensuring that I am live on YouTube. Yes, I am. Let's get started. Fine. December 22nd, the next batch for CAT 2023 aspirants starts live, right? So 22nd December. Remember that. The invincible batch. Now, my YouTube class timings. 21st December, Wednesday at 10 p.m., I'm going to take up the next topic, Profit, Loss and Discount Foundation, Part 1. Thursday, the 22nd of December, 10 p.m., we are going to take up IIM interview process live on YouTube. And then on 23rd December at 10 p.m., Profit, Loss and Discount Foundation, Part 2 again on YouTube, right? The CAT 2023 foundation classes will be on the 99 percentile club, while the IIM interview process will be on Unacademy Catalyst YouTube channel. Fine, let's get started. Now, percentages. This is the third class in a series of classes. I hope that you all are aware of the basics of percentages, very basics. And by basics, I simply mean what do you mean by percentage? I think that's something all of you are aware at this stage, right? Percentage means out of 100. We have discussed this in our previous classes. What is percentage? Out of 100. Okay. I'm not going to repeat the concepts, but let's get started straight away with the questions. Okay. First question. Now remember, all questions that we will discuss today are foundation level questions, easy questions. Okay. Just you need to know the concept and you can straight away apply it. And the best part is we have picked up questions from the CAT past year papers because you got to get a flavor of what the actual questions are in the CAT, right? Chalo, let's get started. 40% of the employees of a certain company are men, and 75% of the men earn more than 25,000 per year. Correct? Okay. Then they say if 45% of the company's employees earn more than 25,000 per year, what fraction of the women employed by the company earn 25,000 or less per year? This is from the CAT 99 paper. Now, the beauty of this particular chapter is you can always assume any number, you'll always get the same answer. You'll always get the same answer. So let total employees be equal to some number. Whatever number you want, you can assume. But I would suggest assume 100 because 100 is the easiest number to calculate. Someone might think, sir, can I assume 50? Yes, you can. No problem. You can assume any number you want. You get the same answer. Okay. They are saying 40% of the employees are men. So out of 100, 40% are men. So 40% of 100 is 40. So how many are women? Women must be the remaining. So 100 minus 40, 60 women. And 75% of the men earn more than 25,000 per year. Earning more than 25,000 per year. So greater than 25,000 is how much? 75%. So can you figure out? Can we do the calculations? I'm writing it on the right hand side. 75% of the men earn more than 25,000. So 75% of 40 comes out to be 30. If you do the calculation, this will come out to be 30. So how many people earn greater than 25,000? 30. Out of 40, greater than 25,000 is 30. So how many will be less than or equal to 25,000? The remaining. How many are the remaining? 40 minus 30. Yes. Next, if 45% of the company's employees earn more than 25,000 per year, 45% earn more than 25,000. So remember, greater than 25,000 is 45% total. 45% total. So what will be 45% of 100? Remember, total is 100. So 45% of 100 is 45. So can I say, if you add up these two numbers, men and women, the ones that I have pointed out, this should add up to 45. If that's the case, number of men earning greater than 25,000 is 30. So number of women will be 45 minus 30. Yes, you have this number 45. So 45 minus 30 will get you the number of women, which is 50. Done? Total women is 60. Total women is 60. So if 15 of them are earning greater than 25,000, how many are earning less than or equal to 25,000? The remaining 60 minus 15, 45. And you are done. Question is, what fraction of the women employed by the company earn less than 25,000? 25,000. How what fraction? So total 45 women earn less than or equal to 25,000. Out of how many women? What fraction of the women? So denominator is women. So 45 by 60 is nothing but 15 threes are 15 fours are 3 by 4. And to get your answer in percentage, you'll always multiply with 100. So 4 ones are 4, 25s are. So answer is 75%. Are we clear on this? I'm looking at the YouTube comments, live YouTube comments. If you have a doubt, feel free to ask. Are we clear on this? Yes, easy one. So if you draw a table, just assume some number, draw a table, and you will immediately get the answer. Correct? Okay. Let's go to the next one. If you have a doubt, feel free to ask. Any doubts? Clear? Okay. Let's go to the next one. Number two. Number two. Okay. Okay. So people are saying it's clear. Let's go to the second one. Let's go to the second question of the day. Right? Let's read it together. In an examination, the maximum possible score is n, while the pass marks is 45% of n. A candidate obtains 36 marks but falls short of the pass marks by 68%. Which of them is correct? Which of them is correct? Right? Okay. Now, you know what? A candidate obtains 36 marks but falls short of the pass marks by 68%. So remember, maximum possible score is n. Maximum possible score is n. So what is the pass marks? Pass marks is equal to 45% of n. So can I say pass marks is 45 by 100 into n? Correct? Candidate obtains 36 marks but falls short of the pass marks by 68%. So think about it. Falls short of the pass marks by 68%. So can I say the candidate could only score 32% of the pass marks? Will you agree? A candidate scores 36 marks, right? And when he gets 36 marks, you know what? It is falling short of the pass marks by 68%. So can I say a score of 36 would simply mean it is 32% of the pass marks. 32% of the pass marks. How did I get 32%? Remember, you are falling short by 68%, meaning 100 minus 68. Basically, you have got 32% of the pass marks. You fall short by 68% of the pass marks. So basically, you could only end up getting 32% of the pass marks. Correct? So can we do the calculations here? Can we do the calculations here? 4 nines are 4 eights are 9 ones are 9 fives are 5 ones are 5 20s are right, and 2 4 twos are 4 25s are 2 ones are 2 tens are. So basically n is equal to how much? N is equal to 250. You have done the calculations. N is equal to 250. That is it. Question was all about which one of the following is correct. N is 250. 250 will lie in the range of option C. 250 will lie in the range of option C between 243 252. That's the answer. Answer is option C. Are you clear on this? You want me to repeat this? Anyone who wants me to repeat, I'm looking at the YouTube live comments. You have a doubt, feel free to ask. Are we clear on this? So remember, pass marks was 45%, and if you get 36, you are falling short by 68%. So it simply means a score of 36 would mean 32% of the pass marks. How did I get 32? 100 minus 68. Correct? Awesome. This was from the CAT 2018 paper. At this stage, you might be thinking, कि यार CAT का question क्यों बना रहे हैं हम लोग अभी? But remember, हम लोग कैट का जो सबसे आसान वाला क्वेश्चन है राइट वो बना रहे. And what better way to learn a chapter than to go through actual CAT questions of the past 30-35 years, right? So any doubt in this, you might feel free to ask. You can, if you have a doubt, feel free to shoot in the comments. Fine. Let's go to the next one. Third one. Okay. This is from the CAT 2017 paper. Let's check this. In a half yearly exam, only 70% of the students passed. Out of these passed in half yearly, only 60% passed as students passed in the annual exam. So let's write it down. So let's say let total students be equal to some number. And you know that in the chapter, the beauty is you can assume any number, you will get the same answer. So let total students is equal to, let's say, fine. ओनली 70% स्टूडेंट्स ने पास किया है. इसका मतलब क्या हो गया? एंड पास्ड इन वेयर? पास्ड इन द हाफ ईयरली एग्जाम. सो लेट्स टॉक अबाउट हाफ ईयरली. हाफ ईयरली करेक्ट. हाफ ईयरली में हाउ मेनी पास? 70% पास. सो 70% ऑफ 100 70. So half yearly में how many must have failed the remaining? How many are remaining? 100 minus 70, 30 failed. So if 70 passed, obviously it would mean 30 of them must have failed, right? Next, out of these passed in the half yearly, only 60% students passed in the annual exam. So uske baad we are talking about the annual exam. So out of those people who passed in the half yearly, how many are passing in the annual exam? How many are passing? 60%. So 60% of 70, if you can do the calculations, 60% of 70 is nothing but 42. 42 passed in the annual exam. Out of the remaining students who fail in the half yearly exam, so how many have failed in the half yearly exam? 30. 80% passed in the annual exam. Passed in the annual exam is 80%. So 80% of 30, if you do the calculations, 80%. So I hope you are able to do the calculations. 80% of 30 निकालना है तो कैसे करेगा? 80 by 100 into 30, right, comes out to be 24. 24. So how many have passed? 24 of them have passed. And you are done. That's it. What percent of the students pass the annual exam? So how many students have passed the annual exam? Number of students who pass the annual exam is 42 plus 24. So 42 plus 24. How many students have passed? 66. Question is asking what percentage of students have passed? So 66 students have passed out of a total of 100 students. And to give your answer in percentage, you always multiply with 100. To give your answer in percentage, you always multiply with 100. 100, 100 cancels off. What you get is 66%. That's your answer. Are we clear on this? Are we clear on this? Any doubt in this? I'm looking at the YouTube comments. If you have a doubt, take advantage of looking at the of the video right live. Take advantage of it. If you have a doubt, feel free to ask. Yes, 66%. Absolutely. Himanshu getting it correct. 66% is your answer to the third question of the day. Correct? Fine. Let's go to the next one. Let's go to the next one. Let's look at number 4. Okay. Next, this is from the CAT 2017 paper. So I have picked up all questions from percentage, okay, which are easy and which are at foundation level. Remember, CAT may 40% of the questions are just foundation level, right? 30 to 40%. And we have a lot of questions from percentages which are foundation level questions and have actually been asked in the CAT, right? So let's start with the next. Fourth one. My salary is rupees 12,345 per month. The salary of my brother is 10% greater than that of mine. Okay. The salary of my sister is 9.09% greater than my only brother. See, a lot of things are here, right? I mean, salary of my wife is what 1300 by 23% less than the total salary of my brother and sister. Together, than the salary of my wife is. So a lot of things. Let's start writing it down. So my salary is rupees 12,345. Now think about it. You know what? The chapter on percentage is beautiful because you assume any number, you'll get the same answer. Author has taken a very complicated looking number, 12,345. I mean, you can definitely take 12,345, not a problem. But the only issue would be calculations will become tougher, will become lengthier. So why to assume the author's number when you know that assume any number, you will get the same answer. So I would strongly recommend that you go ahead and assume 100 because that number is super easy to calculate. Correct? So I'll go ahead and assume instead of 12,345, I'm assuming my salary to be 100. Let my salary be 100. So can I assume 12,345? Absolutely you can. You will get the same answer. Just that लंबा calculation होगा तो क्यों करे वो number? We'll take our number 100. क्या बोला next? Salary of my bro is 10% greater than that of mine. अच्छा 10% of 100 is super easy to calculate, only 10. So brother must be 100. The salary of my sister is 9.09% greater than my only brother. Then comes the sister. They have used the term 9.09%. 9.09%. 9.09% is nothing but, if you are able to visualize, this is nothing but 100 by 11. It's 1 by 11 or 100 by 11. Think about it. Why am I writing as 100 by 11? You do the calculations. 100 by 11 will come out to be 9.09%. You should know this. It's a very famous number. Okay, 9.09 is 100 by 11. I am writing it as 100 by 11 because that way calculations will become easy. So 100 by 11% of 110, right? This much greater. How much greater? 9.09% greater. So 9.09% of 110 will be how much? 9.09% of 110 will be how much? 10, right? So 9.09% is 100 by 11. So I'm just doing the calculations again for your benefit. So I'll just write it here again, okay? 9.09% is how much? It's nothing but 1 by 11. 1 by 11. 100 by 11 or 1 by 11? 1 by 11 into 100 is 9.09%. अपने को 110 से का साथ कैलकुलेट करना है. They are saying salary is 9.09% greater. So मतलब 110 का 9.09% is 1 by 11. So 10. So 9.09% of 110 is 10. Is 10. So this will become 1. If you want, you can calculate 9.09% greater of 110. 9.09% is 10 of 110, right? Is 120. The salary of my wife is 1300 by 23% less than the total salary of my brother and sister together. Okay. Next number, you need to calculate. This number looks complicated, so be very careful. 1300 divided by 23%. 23%. Percent means out of 100. Percent means out of 100. So 1300 divided by 2300. 0 cancels out. So in the form of a fraction, it is 13 by 23 less. So 13 by 23 less than what? Less than the total salary of my brother and sister together. So bro plus sister, brother plus sister together is how much? Brother is 110. Yes. Sister is 120. Sister is 120. So together it's 230. And our case may, it is 13 by 23 less. So 13 by 23 of 230 comes out to be 130. 130, right? So 130. Awesome. So what is wife? Wife is 13 by 20, 13 by 23 less than what? Total of my brother and sister. Total of brother and sister is 230. 230 say 130 less. So total is how much? 230. Total is 230. And it is 130 less. Matlab salary of my wife is equal to 100. Salary of my wife is equal to 230 minus 130. What is the relation between the salary of my wife? Salary of my wife, is it greater than my sister's salary? Look at the options now. Salary of my wife, is it greater than my sister's salary? No. Wife is 100, sister is 120, wife is lowest. No, this is not the answer. Is actually, if you look at the options, the easiest one, and you can easily say, is wife and me are equal. Wife and me, our salary are equal. Can you see? Wife and me, my salary are equal. So basically, you can tick the answer. Salary of my wife is equal to my salary. That's your answer. Salary of my wife is equal to my salary. And that's your answer. Are we clear on this? Are we clear on this? Any doubt in this? Yes? Clear? Awesome. Any doubt in this? Fine, I'm looking at the YouTube comments. I believe there is no doubt. Awesome. Let's go to the next one. Let's pick up the next one. Okay. Number 5. Another one from the chapter on percentages. These are all foundation level questions. Okay. Very easy questions. Let's start. A student took 5 papers in an examination where the full marks were the same for each paper. Okay. Full marks were the same for each paper. His marks in these papers were in the proportion of 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. In all papers together, the candidate obtained 60% of the total marks. Then the number of papers in which he got more than 50% marks is. Okay. Now there are 5 papers. So let's write it down. Paper 1, paper 2, correct? Paper 3, paper 4, and paper 5. There are 5 papers. There are 5 papers, right? Okay. The marks are in the ratio of 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you can take any number which is in this ratio. You can take any number which is in this ratio, right? I think I can go with 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, right? Probably multiply by 10. You can take 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 also. Any number you take, you'll get the same answer. But I will go ahead and assume 60, 70, 80, 90. These are the marks, let's say he got. Sir, can it be 6, 7, and 9, 10? Yes, you can. You can take any number, as I said. Just maintain the ratio. It can be 600, 700, 800, 900, 1000. It can be 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It can be 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Any number, but maintain that ratio. Fine? So this is the number. These are the marks that he must have got. So what is the sum? What is the total? Total will be equal to, what will be the total? Total is added up. 100 plus 90, 190 plus 80, 270 plus 70, 340 plus 60, 400. So total is equal to 400. Total of the marks, if we add up the 5 numbers, it will come out to be 400. Right? Question is saying, in all the papers together, the candidate obtained 60% of the total marks. So can I say, whatever total the student got, that is 60% of the total marks. Will you agree? So 60% of the marks, instead of saying total out here, and probably it might confuse a few of you, I will rather say sum. I will rather say the sum, right? Aggregate marks or the sum, right? So what is the sum? Sum is 400. And as per the question, this 400 is equal to 60% of the total marks. So can I say, as per question? As per question. What is as per question? 60% of the total marks. So 60 by 100 of total marks, right, is equal to 400, right? So can you calculate how much is the total marks? How much is the total marks? So 23s are 25s. Are we okay? Any doubt in this? Right? So can I say total marks must be equal to, total marks across the 5 subjects must be equal to how much? 400 into 5. 400 into 5, right? So 400 into 5 divided by 3 is basically 2000 by 3. Total marks across the 5 subjects is 2000 by 3, right? 2000 by 3. And you know what? They gave you one more clue. What was the other clue they gave you? They said the full marks were the same for each paper. Were the same for each paper. So if total marks is 2000 by 3, total marks is 2000 by 3, can I say total marks per paper is nothing but divide by 5? Total marks per paper. Per paper. Remember, there are 5 papers and every paper contain equal marks. So 2000 by 3 divided by 5. Will you agree? 2000 by 3 divided by 5. So 5 ones are 5, 400s are. So can I say total marks per paper is 400 by 3. In other words, कितना आ गया 113 33.3. Total marks per paper is 133.33. Correct? Question is asking how many papers did he score more than 50%? In how many papers did he score more than 50%? So what is 50% of this number? What is 50% of this number? Divide by 2. 66.6. 66.6. 66.6 is 50%. So in how many papers did he get more than 66.66? In how many papers did he get more than 66.66? 4 papers, right? 1, 2. Question is, in how many papers did he get more than 50%? More than 50%? More than 66.66? He got it 4 papers. Where he got 70, 80, 90 and 100. Answer is, are we clear on this? Are we clear on this? Any doubt in this? Any doubt? Anyone with a doubt here? Are we clear on this? Clear? See, questions are not difficult. If you follow the logic, right? If you apply common sense, these questions can be solved within seconds. Clear? Fine. Let's go to the next one. Any doubt in this? Any doubt in this? Are we clear? Awesome. Let's go to the next one. Let's go to the next one. Number 6. Okay. This is from the CAT 2001 paper. This is from the CAT 2001 paper. Okay. Let's check this. A college has raised 75% of the amount it needs for a new building by receiving an average donation of rupees 600 from the people already solicited. Solicited matlab got in touch, right? So basically they are saying, and what is average? Average means per head. So always remember the meaning of average. Average means per head. So you know what? A college approached some people, and from those people whom it had approached, it received a per head donation of 600 rupees. Okay, and with this, the college had collected 75% of the amount it needed. Right? Okay. The people already solicited, matlab, the people already got in touch with represents 60% of the people the college will ask for donations. Okay. If the college is to raise exactly the amount needed for the new building, what should be the average donation from the remaining people to be solicited? Yes? Okay, I think when you read it, your first impression is looks very confusing. Kaise start kare? Remember, I always told you the golden rule in the chapter. Assume a number, you'll get the answer. So let's start assuming. So let total people available or total people present be equal to 100. Why 100? Because it's the easiest number to calculate. Can I assume some other number? Absolutely you can. Right? People already approached represent 60% of the people the college will ask for donations. So can I say people already approached? People already approached, right? So how many people have already been approached? People already approached is 60% of people already approached is 60% of the total. So 60% of 100 is 60. People already approached is 60. Correct? Next. What are they saying? Per head donation received is 600. So per head donation received from these people is how much? 600. 600 rupees. So can you help me tell how much was the total amount that has already been collected? How much was the total amount already collected? So can I say total amount already collected? Total amount already collected. So can I say total amount already collected is nothing but people already approached, which is 60 into per head donation, which is 600. Will you agree? So people already approached, which is 60 people you have approached. And from these 60 people, you received an average donation of 600 rupees. So 60 into 600, total amount already collected is rupees 36,000. 36,000. Yes. And as per the question, the total amount collected is 75% of the amount it needs for the new building. So how much is the amount needed? How much is the amount needed? They are saying this 36,000 is actually 75% of the amount needed. So how much more amount? So 75% of the amount collected. So this is nothing but 75% of the planned amount. So how much money more to collect? I'm writing it on the right hand side. How much money to collect? How much money to collect? How much money to collect? That's what you got to determine next, right? How much money to collect? That's something you are going to determine next. How much money to collect? 25%. 25%. So think about it. If 75% is 36,000, if 75% is 36,000, 25% gonna be just one third of it. 25% got to be just one third of it. So one third of it would be 12,000, right? 12,000. How much is that? 12,000. Will you agree? 12,000. How? अपने को 75% already collected, so we need to collect 25% more. So 25% of 25% means one third. So 75% is 36,000, one third will be 12,000. Question is asking if the college is to raise exactly the amount needed for the new building, what should be the average donation from the remaining people to be solicited? Okay. College is to raise exactly the amount needed for the new building. So how much is the amount needed for the new building now? 12,000, right? More 12,000 is required. How many more people are to be approached? 12,000 मेरे को total पैसा चाहिए, right? मैंने out of 100 100 लोगों में से 60 लोगों को I have already approached. So how many more people to be approached? 40. 100 minus 60, 40 people. So can I say you need a total of 12,000 rupees from 40 people. So how much per head, how much should you collect? Per head, you should collect 300 rupees and that's your answer. Per head, you should collect 300 rupees and that's your answer. Are we clear on this? Are we clear on this? I am looking at the YouTube comments. If you have a doubt, feel free to ask. Yes? Clear? Awesome. Let's go to the next one then. Let's go to the next one. Fine. Number 7. Okay. At the end of year 1998, Shepherd bought 9 dozen goats. Dozen means what? 12, right? 1 dozen. So remember, 1 dozen is equal to 12. So just in case you don't know, it generally used with eggs, right? You say, give me a dozen eggs, right? 1 dozen, or give me a dozen bananas. 1 dozen means 12. So 9 dozen would basically mean 9 into 12, 108 goats. 9 dozen would basically mean 9 into 12, 108 goats. Henceforth, he added every year, he added P% of the goats at the beginning of the year and sold Q% of the goats at the end of the year, where P greater than 0 and Q greater than 0. If Shepherd had 9 dozen goats at the end of year 2002, after making the sales for that year, which of the following is true? Okay. So let's say, let initial goats, remember percentage, this question is from the chapter on percentages. You assume any number, you will get the same answer. You assume any number, you will get the same answer. So let number of goats initially, let number of goats initially be equal to some number. Let number of goals initially be equal to some number. How many? You can assume 100. You can assume 9 into 12, 108 also. But you don't have to assume 108. Why? Calculations will become difficult. Remember, you don't have to take the author's number. You take your own number, do the calculations, get the answer, get the same answer. Right? So take any number, and I would say easiest number to calculate is 100. Let number of goats initially be equal to, let's say, 100. Then what happens? Every year you add p% of the goats at the beginning of the year. Every year you add p% of the goats at the beginning of the year, right? So if you add p% of the goats at the beginning of the year, how much is p? How much is p? Any number you want, you can take. Any number. Let's say I'm taking 25%. Any number, as I said. So can I take 100%? Absolutely. Can I take 5%? Absolutely. Any number, you'll get the same answer. So P is 25%. In that case, you are adding 25% goats, meaning 100 plus 25 will become 125. So this is equal to. And sold Q% of the goats at the beginning, at the end of the year. Sold means minus, where P greater than 0 and Q greater than 0. If Shepherd had 9,000 goats at the end of year 2002, be very careful. Author is saying at the start he had 9,000 goats. And at the end of the movie also, he is having 9,000 goats. So basically what the author is trying to tell you is number of goats at the start of the movie is equal to the number of goats at the end of the movie, which is also, and in our case, I did not take 9. So I took 100. So I will make both the numbers equal, 100 and 100. So 125, you have to reduce it to 100. 125, you have to reduce it to 100. So how much percentage is that? 125, you have to reduce it to 100. What is the percentage change in that? Very simple. Percentage change. How do you calculate percentage change? Percentage change is final value. Percentage change अगर calculate करना है तो it's nothing but final value minus initial value divided by initial value. How much is the final value? अपने को 100 पिलाना है. अपने को 100 पिलाना है. So final value is. How much is the initial value? Initial value is 125. So 100 minus 125 divided by 125 comes out to be 25 by 125. Okay. Minus basically says reduces. Minus means reducing. So 1 by 5, 1 by 5. And to convert to percentage, you're going to multiply with 100. 1 by 5 into 100 is 20%. Super awesome. So what is Q? Q is 20%. 20%. They are asking you which of the following is true. Is P greater than Q or less than Q? Obviously, P is 25, Q is 20. So P is greater than Q. What answer is that? That is answer option C for you. That is answer option C for you. Are we clear on this? Are we clear on this? Is this clear? Any doubt in this? Any doubt in this? Are we clear on this? Yes? Awesome. Let's go to the next year. Let's go to the next year. Okay. People are saying yes. That's really great. Awesome. Let's go to the next one. Then. Next one. Number 8. Okay. Let's look at this. The savings of Anand are 30% of his earnings, while the savings of Ravi are 150% of the savings of Anand. The combined earnings of Anand and Ravi as a percentage of Anand's earnings cannot be. Okay. They're using some English words out here. The first one is savings, and the other one is earnings. Savings and earnings are two English words that is being used. So what is earnings? Earnings is nothing but income, right? I think it's more natural for us to say earnings as income. So what is income and savings relation? What is the relation between income and savings? Right? Anyone? Income and savings? Can I say income is savings plus expenditure? Will you agree? Income is savings plus expenditure. Do you need to mug up this? No. Do you have to mug up this? No, you don't have to remember this. It's very natural. If I earn 100 rupees and I save 80 rupees, it means I'm spending 20 rupees. Expenditure is 20. Yes, I'll repeat it. If I earn 100 rupees and I save, let's say, 75 rupees, 100 rupees I'm earning, 75 rupees I'm saving. So, what is my expenditure? 100 minus 75, 25 rupees. So, income consists of two components. One is your saving, one is your expenditure, right? And they say the savings of Anand are 30% of his earnings. Awesome. Earnings, how much? I don't know his earnings. And you know that in this chapter, I always assume numbers. So easiest number to assume again will be 100. So let the income of Anand be 100. Let the income of Anand be 100. What about the savings? Savings is 30% of the income. So 30. If savings is 30, the remaining must be the expenditure. How much is the expenditure? 100 minus 30, 70 rupees must be the expenditure. Correct? Next, while the savings of Ravi are 150% of the savings of Anand. So there is another guy called Ravi, and you know what? His savings are 150% of the savings of Anand. So savings of Anand is 30, 150% of 30 is what you need to calculate. 150% of 30 is what you need to calculate. So 150 by 100 into 30 comes out to be 45. So the savings of Ravi is 45. Right? Combined earnings of Anand and Ravi as a percentage of Anand's earnings cannot be. Cannot be means which of these answers is not possible. Which of these answers is not possible? Cannot be is what they're asking. Now think about it. For Ravi, the only problem is I have got just one number. I have just got one number 45. I don't know his income. I don't know his expenditure. So can I say I can't say anything about his income? But what I can say for sure is, can I say the minimum income of Ravi, minimum will be 45 rupees? Why? Are saving is 45. If saving is 45, income has to be minimum 45. That could be the best case scenario. Whatever I earn, I save. Whatever I earn, I save. That's the best case scenario. So if savings is 45, income cannot be less than 45. In other words, it has to be greater than or equal to 45. The question is combined earnings of Anand and Ravi. So can I say combined earnings of Anand and Ravi at a minimum, I don't know the exact number, but at a minimum, combined earnings will be 100 plus 45. So in that case, combined earnings will be minimum 145. Minimum, right? They are saying express this number as a percentage of Anand's earnings. So express this number, okay, as a percentage of Anand's earnings, meaning numerator got to be Anand. Sorry, denominator got to be Anand, right? So can you calculate 145 divided by Anand's salary, right? Into, you have to get your answer in percentage into 100. So it has to be minimum 145. I'm not saying it's 145, but what I'm only telling you is it's minimum 145. So can I say no answer less than 145 is possible? No answer less than 145 is possible. That's for sure. Nothing less than 145 is possible. Among the options, only answer less than 145 is 120, and definitely your answer cannot be 120. Answer is option C. Question is cannot be. So you have multiple answers, but which among them is not possible? Option C. Which among them is not possible? Option C. Are we clear on this? Are we clear on this? Any doubt that you all have and wish to ask? Any doubt that you all have and wish to ask? Clear? Clear? Super awesome. Let's go to the next one. Super awesome. Let's go to the next one. Okay. Next, number 9. Amit is writing a novel. He writes every morning. To ensure that there are no mistakes, he uses the afternoon, okay, to only revise his writing. And every afternoon, he deletes one fifth of what he has written till late. Fine. At the end of that day, the contents of his novel are still 20% more than what it was at the end of the previous day. How much percentage of new content does Amit write every morning? Okay. I think there are two things here. एक तो previous day का बात हो रहा है और एक today का बात हो रहा है, right? So let's talk about it. You have a previous day, and let's say you have today. You have today. And then you are talking about morning and afternoon. And then you are talking about morning and afternoon. Morning and after. Correct? Okay. So let's start. Let's read it again. Let's read it again to understand it better. Amit is writing a novel. He writes every morning. To ensure that there are no mistakes, he uses the afternoon to only revise his writing, and every afternoon he deletes one fifth of what he has written that day till late. At the end of the day, the contents of his novel are still 20% more than what it was at the end of the previous day. So every day, contents of the novel is 20% more than what it was at the end of the previous day. So let's say previous day, end of day, let's say contents of the novel was 100 pages. So why 100? Simply because it's the easiest number to calculate. So now if it is 20% more today, it would simply become 120. It would simply become 120, right? But there is a catch here. What is he saying? To ensure that there are no mistakes, he uses the afternoon to only revise his writing. And every afternoon, he deletes one fifth of what he has written till date. Every afternoon, he deletes one fifth of what he has written till date. So इसका मतलब हो गया morning को if there were X pages today morning, afternoon, remember it deletes one fifth. So afternoon में what remains is 4/5 of the morning. Will you agree? Why? Morning may let's say there were X pages, end of the morning. But you know what? Afternoon he deletes one fifth. So if one fifth is gone, how much is remaining? 4/5 is remaining, and 4/5 as per the question is 120. So can you calculate X for me from there? 4 by 5X is equal to 120. 4 ones are 4/30s are, or X is equal to 1. And you are done. X is equal to 150. Question is asking how much percentage of new content does Amit write every morning? How much new content does he write? Remember last afternoon it was 100 and today morning it was 150. So how much new content did I write every morning? How much percentage? So percentage change is final value minus initial value. Final value minus initial value divided by initial value. Final value is 150, initial value is 100, divided by the initial value is 100, so 50 by 100. To get your answer in percentage, you are going to multiply with 100. You are going to multiply. So 100 cancels out. What do you get is 50%. And that's your answer to this beautiful question. Clear? Great. I think we have done a lot of questions on percentages. On YouTube itself, there are 3 videos. This was part 3, right? We have done around 30 very, very high quality questions. If you practice just this 30 questions, right? Remember, I have taken 3 classes on YouTube till now on percentages. You'd be very confident about the chapter. You'd be very confident about this chapter. Just to remind you about the live classes this week on YouTube, right? This time, Wednesday, which is 21st December, tomorrow, I'm going to start with a new topic, Profit, Loss and Discount Foundations, Part 1. Profit, Loss and Discounts Foundations, Part 1, okay, at 10 p.m. Thursday, I'm going to take up at 10 p.m. on YouTube the IIM interview process. And on 23rd December at 10 p.m., I'm going to take up Profit, Loss and Discount Part 2, okay. So the first class and the last class is in the 99 percentile club channel, YouTube channel. First and the third, 99 Percentiler Club channel. And the second class will be on Unacademy Catalyst YouTube channel. So there are three topics lined up for the next 3 days, 10 p.m. on YouTube. And remember, for you to stay connected, right? You can always connect with me with using the code Parikshit. I mean, you can always join my Telegram group, Parikshit Sir underscore cat. Parikshit Sir underscore cat टेलीग्राम ग्रुप पे ज्वाइन कर सकते हो सो दैट वी ऑलवेज स्टे कनेक्टेड. Someone is asking, so when will be the next Unacademy exam? There's no Unacademy exam planned for the moment, but starting from tomorrow, okay, starting from tomorrow, December 21 to December 26, okay, Unacademy में एक मेगा क्रिसमस ऑफर चलेगा where you will get flat 25% off December 21. आज रात को 12 बजे के बाद, okay, after 12 p.m. 12 a.m. sorry, flat 25% off from December 21 to December 26. Now, if you want maximum discounts, okay, if you want maximum discounts, remember to use this code 25% off from 21 December to 26 December. Use this code Parikshit Live. Why do I say to use this code? You will get multiple benefits. Pehla benefit, December 21 to December 26, flat 25% off. Benefit number 2, this is the only code which will give you free mentorship from my side. What is free mentorship? Free mentorship is all about helping you beyond the class hours. You join Unacademy Plus, okay, and at any point of time you have a doubt, you have a query, okay, let's say while practicing at home कोई doubt आ गया, घर पे कहीं से बना रहे हो, कोई PDF से बना रहे हो, कोई book से बना रहे हो, कोई mock paper से बना रहे हो, you get a doubt, you can connect with me one-on-one over a call to get your query resolved. But that free mentorship is only available for those students who join Plus using the code Parikshit Live. So remember, 25% flat off milega December 21 to December 26. And use the code Parikshit Live for maximum discounts as well as free mentorship from my side. Yes? Okay then. Join the Telegram group. It's mentioned Parikshit Sir underscore cat, and we will stay connected. I'll see you tomorrow in my next class and hope you enjoyed the session. If you did, do hit the like button. Thank you, folks, and happy learning.